The following is an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.
I thought this past week, I think we finally learned how to play 4 quarters of football. We were able to handle St. Aug handily, and we were able to do some good things from an offense, defense, and special team standpoint. We all kind of came together. I was actually shocked that we were able to do some of the things that we were to do in all phases of the football game. But the guys came out, they competed, they did what the coaching staff asked them to do, and we executed extremely well.
So, Coach, on that, after 1 week, what did you learn about that team, about your team, after a devastating performance like that?
I think I learned that, we've grown as a football team. This time last year, we were in some situations where, we didn't quite understand how to complete football games. But everybody from the first, second to third string is starting to understand the culture and what we're trying to build in our brand here at North Carolina Central, which is, great effort and to play 4 quarters of football.
I mean, what a performance. I mean, not even to allow them a field goal. I mean, that's kind of hard to do. I mean, that's, to shut out someone in college football, I mean, you got to be pleased from what you saw.
I am, and it's a compliment to our defense staff and our defense coordinator, Coach Eastman. He's done a great job of preaching all year long as far as detail and execution and being disciplined. And the guys, you can tell they really bought into what he was trying to teach on that day. And, we just got to continue to try to keep it going. We always talk about the discipline that we're going to need to win a championship, and the discipline it's going to take to compete it, every Saturday.
You talk about building a brand, and obviously there's been that same kind of consistency brand building from last year to this year, but both Duke and Central have been going through this, I don't know if it's a renaissance or a transformation of their programs. What does it kind of mean to have both you guys meet on Saturday with both your programs kind of trending in the same direction?
All right. Well, first of all, I think it's a compliment to Coach Cutcliffe and his staff. I can only just sit back and watch it, and hopefully one day that we can kind of get our program to where they've been doing at Duke. He's done an excellent job of making sure that program has grown over the last few years. So, in some form or fashion, I'm copycatting a little bit. But I do think it's a lot of things that we as a program can learn from what they've done over there at Duke. And I think it's a special time for Durham as a community.
What's your relationship like with Cutcliffe?
Very good. I met Coach Cutcliffe several times. Matter of fact, I actually attended his camp when I was a young man growing up in Memphis when he was the head coach at Ole Miss. But we had some laughs about that. But I've known him for a few years, and he's always been give me great advice whenever I need it.
How old were you when you were at that camp?
Oh, I was 17, probably 17, 18 years old, probably just a junior, senior high school.
Okay, did he remember you when you?
No, I don't think he remembered me. But I definitely, used to go to a lot of those games. I was familiar with a lot of those coaches on their staff during that time.
Does it feel like you're kind of coming full circle then, about getting to play him this year, and especially you get to go and open up and be the first team to play on Wallace Wade?
Oh yeah, I mean it is definitely a dream come true. It's like seeing going against one of your mentors growing up, and it's going to be an exciting time for all of us.
Well, Coach Cutcliffe had a lot to say earlier today about you. A lot of praise for you and your team. He said you guys played in completeness in every area, and then he also talked about what this game means to the community. Give us your take and your insight on what the game means to the community that's coming up this week.
I think whenever you got a chance to have both North Carolina Central and Duke, a lot of our players know one another. A lot of our doctors know one another. We have a lot of things in common, and we deal a lot of interactions with one another. So it's just a great time where we can kind of come together in one spot, and the fans and alum and people get to kind of enjoy one another and learn a little bit more about each other's program as well, to see whatever we can help them with and whatever they can help us with all kind of come together.
With you guys starting your season on Saturday and Duke starting a bit earlier on Thursday, did you watch the game at too late, or was it on a little bit too late and just caught up in the filming later?
No, I actually got a chance to watch some of it, and I worked with the offense coordinator, Eric Price, over there, and we talked a lot about about the Duke game as well. Very complete football game, very good team. He was very complimentary, and I got a chance to watch a little bit of it Thursday night, not a lot of it, but it was a good football game.
What are some areas that you guys are really going to have to focus on and lock down?
Just the detail on our defense. We're going to have to make sure we fit our gaps. We're going to have to make sure special teams, we're fitting up people, and we're making sure we contain those explosive players that they have. And then on offense, it's all about execution. We got to make sure when we have a chance to to make the throw and make the catch and protect our passer and create running lanes, that we do that.
And Coach Cutcliffe, just a little bit ago, said that he felt good about his team's kicking game, and then he saw your kicking game and said that you guys just blew him out of the water. Is that an area that maybe you guys could have an edge in?
Well, the kicking game is always an area you try to gain any kind of edge in. We did some different things. Coach Mendenhall has tweaked some different things schematically wise, and we're hoping, any kind of advantage we can take into this game, we have to take advantage of it, whether it's in the kicking game or defensively or offensively.
Do you expect them to really zero in on Mike Jones, knowing, seeing what he could do Saturday night and knowing that that's just kind of like the tip of the iceberg with him?
Yes, Mike is a special player, and anytime you got those explosive players, you want to make sure you do some things to make sure you can contain those guys so that one man doesn't beat you. So I'm sure they have a great game plan and trying to do some things to kind of control Mike Jones. But, Mike Jones is going to be ready as well. He's a competitor, and he's looking forward to the challenge.
Do you think they might punt away from him, or do you think they're going to gamble and send it right to him?
You never know. It's just a matter of how dangerous they feel he is. I know, like me personally, I wouldn't punt to him if I was on the other side.
Some of the Duke guys today said that 72-0 got their attention. Do you want them to have full attention on you, or would you prefer that they maybe overlooked you a little bit?
Well, I think they're a seasoned staff. So, when you're a seasoned staff, they're not going to overlook you completely. They're always going to take it one game at a time. Coach has been around the block a long time, so he's not going to take anything for granted. He's going to dot his I's and cross his T's and make sure every phase of the game is complete.
Coach, to piggyback on the kicking game, you said freshman kicker Nigel McCauley out. Talk about what you saw from him.
I saw poise. That's what I saw from Nigel. One of the things I talked to him about when he first recruited him was, recruiting him to come in here and be our starting kicker. And he came in doing fall camp. I actually came in during the summertime, and he's just a young man, got nerves of steel, and he did an excellent job for his first college start to go out there and kick those 3 field goals and kick those extra points as well.
Coach, I'm looking at the MEAC trophy, co-champion trophy behind you. What are some of the things you're going to focus on this year, to kind of be at the top of the list this year and actually be champions?
Well, one thing, as far as something we can't control is being healthy, but we got to be able to stay healthy and make sure our guys in the weight room taking care of their bodies from week to week. The second thing is we have to make sure that we're playing with the same detail and execution that we play with every week. We're constantly priding ourselves, we're constantly preaching to these young men about effort and execution. And I think if we do that and take care of ourselves and don't do anything to give people the game, I think we're going to always have a chance to be in the games in the fourth quarter and come out victorious.
Can you speak on the fact that, last year you started the season, playing an upper division school in East Carolina, down there. And this year you have to do the same thing, but it's the second game of the year. Any differences there?
It is. When we played East Carolina last year, we really didn't know what we had. The first ball game of my tenure, the first game, a lot of these coaches were on staff. We actually didn't know what to expect. But I think going into this year, playing Duke, we got a game under our belt. They've had game experience. We played a lot of guys on our roster, and now we're going into this game kind of understanding, how to go about preparation for a game, what the expectation level are, what young men can and cannot do certain things, and just trying to make sure we put the guys in a better situation, the best possible situation in order to be successful.
When the MEAC trophy isn't in here behind you for a press conference, where does it usually sit?
It sits in our administrative assistant's office most of the time.
Is it behind like a case or anything?
It is not right now. It's out. It's along with the CIAA Championship 2006 trophy.
Okay. Have you ever thought about moving them into your office to look at, or do you like where they are?
I like where they are because everybody comes through there. Nobody comes in my office but coaches.
TJ Moore is joining us today. Just talk about what he's been to this program.
Phenomenal player, phenomenal athlete, great young man. He's done a lot of great things for our program. Not to even just mention his on-the-field play. He's been, a staple in our special teams play throughout his tenure here. And also, too, to be named second-team all-conference as a safety, and I'm looking forward to him being named first-team all-conference. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the MEAC conference, and I think he's going to do great things. As far as off the field, CJ is one of our top young men as far as community service and doing some things off the field that we always ask. He's always first to volunteer, and he's going to graduate this December. So, you can't ask for anything more from your student athletes.
Anything else?
Coach, I don't know if it was brought up already. I apologize if it was, but obviously anything one coach says about another team leading up to the game needs to be taken with a grain. But Coach Cutt, a few minutes
thought our kicking game was good last week until I turned on the film and looked at North Carolina Central. So just thoughts on that aspect of the game, and it seems to be a strength for both.
It is. You know, we were able to put Ryan Smith back there to return a kickoff for a touchdown last week. Mike Jones had a tremendous day in the punt return. You know, that's one thing we pride ourselves on. We played great special teams here over the last few years, and hopefully we continue to build our brand in that. And we were able to get some good return guys through recruiting. So we just got to continue to keep it going.
Any sneak a peek at the modifications they made to the old stadium?
I've seen some things on Google, but I'm looking forward to seeing it up close and personal.
Any fun words exchanged between you and Cut, maybe at the pigskin preview, you know, knowing that you had the game coming up and you could smile and laugh then, and it would be a little more serious now?
Not really. You know, I was trying to get any kind of information I could from him, but he wouldn't reveal anything. I guess that's the old vet in him. But, you know, no, nothing. No, he didn't reveal anything.
You know, you obviously have this place pointing in the right direction. He does too, and really does well for the city that the programs are in good hands, and both you represent both on the field and off really well. So it's a good time and a good place for Central and Duke football, and it's great to have a nice showcase for it too.
Yeah, I think so. I think whenever you get a chance to get two programs not far from one another coming together, it's great for the community. It's great for the just the environment that is going to be on game day as well. I mean, their fans, their alum, get to interact with our fans and our alum and learn a little bit more about one another.
One more thing for you, and again, I apologize if it was already brought up, but you got to be the big brother last week and hand down the beating, and if you're not careful, the shoe could be on the other foot.
Exactly. You know, we got to make sure we play discipline and fundamental sound football. You know, at the end of the day, no matter who you play, they can beat you at the end of the day. So, you know, as long as we make sure we take care of North Carolina Central and we do what we're supposed to do and don't give them any advantage or edge as far as turnovers or things like that, you know, we're going to always probably have a chance to win games.
I mean, this past weekend was great. I think it was something, as a team, we've been waiting to get out there on the field, and, you know, the season felt like it took a little longer to start this year. So just being able to get out there and see our team in action versus someone else was special. And, you know, a lot came together for us last weekend, and that's something we really wanted to do, put a complete game together on film to see what it looked like, and it was great for us last weekend.
Did you get a chance to watch the Duke game Thursday night, since you guys, you know, had a few more days to start your season? What'd you do on Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, you know, that was the kickoff to college football. So we were just like, we're college football fans too, so we were excited. We were watching all the games. We're flipping through, you know, we kind of had an eye on Duke, watching them play, and, I mean, the film doesn't lie. That's a really good team over there. And they did a lot of great things last weekend. So it was versus Tulane. I think they shut them out, and it was great to watch them. We kind of only saw a little bit of it because it came on pretty late, and it was kind of hard to get the channels on campus, but we kind of saw a little bit of it.
Okay, and you guys pitched a shutout last week, and now you're going to go up against a team that's, you know, from a higher level, put up 37 points on Tulane. What kind of adjustments and where do you need to be mentally going into this game on Saturday?
Well, I think that's a perfect word, mentally. You got to be focused when you play a team like that. When you watch them on film, you know, you see they're not one of those teams that's like they're explosive or like an offense like Oregon, but they do everything sound and they're consistent in what they do. And we're trying to get to that level. We're trying to be consistent. So as a defense, as an offense, we have to be consistent in what we do, and we can't let up. We can't let up like other teams do against them, because they're going to find your weaknesses. They're not like other teams we played in the past where you can get away with missed assignments and missed plays and lack of effort, because they're going to exploit you.
CJ, you and Mike Jones are teammates and cornerbacks on opposite sides of the field, but what was it like teaming up on special teams? You getting the kick return and also watching Mike set a school record with punt return yardage?
Well, it's great playing with Mike. I mean, I love the people we have in the back end. Him and Ryan are amazing. And Mike, people don't understand how hard he works to get what he get and to do what he does on Saturdays. You know, it's special. It's special to see it come together. So I think that's what you saw this Saturday. And punt return, when I'm out there and I turn around and I see he has the ball in his hand, I'm looking to block for him, trying to spring him. We always pick on him because we want him to get in the end zone. But he works hard, and he's amazing. I think you see that every week he goes out there. Not really. We see them around town every now and then, but we kind of just are in our own world, two different worlds. But they're great guys. When they see them, sometimes they come to this campus, sometimes we're on their campus, and it's a lot of respect between the two programs. We definitely respect them. We respect their players, and we respect what they do on the field. So it kind of goes that far.
Is it special to be able to play another team that's a high caliber from the same city and kind of, bring the city together, whether, they're Duke fans, Central fans, whatever, they'll all be in the same place cheering on their teams?
Yeah, it's really special because I think both universities have a significance in the community. They have their own different type of significance in the community. So anytime you get to play them on the field, and this will be my third time playing against this Duke program, it's special, especially how well the program is trending up. Duke, I remember there was a time growing up in Raleigh, I remember where Duke football, we didn't even know they had a football team. So now to see where they are now and where our program is trying to get on that level is big.
Does it feel like Duke's almost setting an example for you guys? You started trending up recently with Coach Mack coming in and a lot of things kind of changing around here. Do you feel like you guys are on the same kind of upward trajectory that Duke is on?
Of course. Every time when we first got here, Duke, and I think David Cutcliffe that just got to Duke, and what he's done with that program is special. It's amazing. So, of course, we look over there, and that's where we want to be. When we got a new coach, we're looking over to Duke and the things that Coach Cutcliffe did for them. Coach Mack is doing for us here, and he's trying to do that trend that they're going upwards. We're trying to match that.
CJ, you say you played them 2 times before, 3 times before?
2 times before.
2 times before. Can you compare athletically where was this Central team, the first time you played them and like on the field, what will fans see differently about this Central team versus the first time you played them?
Well, there's a lot of things different about our team this time. Last few times we played them, stability in our program wasn't the same. It was completely different team, completely different organization from top to bottom at our school. And, we were kind of in flux the last time we played them. And the first time we played them, we kind of were a brand new team. We didn't know what we had. We were just kind of moving up from Division II, so we weren't prepared for that. But I think now we have a lot of talent on both ends of the football. I mean, we're a well-coached team just like they're a well-coached team. And we have a lot more confidence in ourselves than we used to have going against bigger programs. So I think that's the difference people will see on Saturday, is that we're a lot more confident team and we have a lot more stability in our program.
Talk about that a little bit. You all played, East Carolina first game last year. Now you're playing to step up again, playing Duke, but it's the second game of the year. So how can you talk about, the difference there rather than playing them on the first game of the year?
Yeah, well, it's a little different because last year when we played ECU, we were a brand new team. We were a completely new team. We had no idea what we were going to look like when we played a game versus another team. I mean, we barely knew what we looked like when we were practicing against each other. So I think this year we've been together 2 years, so we know exactly what we have. We know exactly what we do well and what we don't do well. We know exactly what we need to work on. We know who the leaders are, and we know who the playmakers are, and we know who needs to step up Saturday.
So with that in mind, how excited are you to be playing, Duke over there now?
Very excited. That, like I said, anytime you get to play a program like that, a great program, college football program, I think they're consistently one of the top 25 programs since Coach Cutcliffe been there, if you ask me. It's special, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to see kind of where your level of play matches against the best. So that's what we're kind of looking forward to this Saturday.
Coach Mack said you went to Coach Cutcliffe's camp when he was at Ole Miss. Does he tell you guys about that or remember him from way back when?
Well, Coach Mack picks and chooses when he wants to tell a story, so he'll probably bring that out later on this week.
Oh,
He'll
I
probably,
might have ruined
yeah, he'll probably bring this out later on this week. But I think they have a pretty good relationship. Coach Cutcliffe he's a Class A guy, and he's a great coach. So I think Coach Mack kind of looks towards him for guidance, and there's nothing wrong with that from our way. So any camp he's been to, maybe he learned a thing or two from Coach. He's fine with that.
One other thing for you, I know you've seen Wallace Wade, the stadium that's hosted a Rose Bowl, I think it was growing for you, and now you get to play in the first game of the renovated Wallace Wade state-of-the-art field's been lowered, new turf, some nicer seats. And there's even more to go, but it's like they're turning a page over there and they're christening an almost new place, and you're on the stage for that.
Yeah, it's exciting. We kind of see a little bit of it. I saw a few pictures of it, and like I said, I've played there twice before, and the atmosphere there was still amazing. It was still great. But now I can't even imagine with the renovations they made. It's probably going to even be more spectacular, and I think it kind of goes towards the progress of their program. Their program's moving up, and I think they're doing the necessary steps for the facilities and everything to match, and they deserve it. They've earned that right to have a renovated stadium. They really have.
You guys are kind of in the same boat, in a way. You put in new seats and everything, and O'Kelly Riddick and Duke's doing the same thing. You guys are kind of like almost mirror image program.
Like I said, I mean, that's a program. There's nothing wrong with looking towards them for guidance or looking towards them. We're both sort of trending in the same direction, so that's a program we look up to. I mean, we can honestly say we look up to a program like that. So, of course, we would try to do similar things. We had some success last year, so, with success comes new uniforms and some renovations, and a lot of things kind of get your guys excited, and I think they're going towards the same type of things over there.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.